Welcome back to Team Proxy the Power. Amnar here. We're bringing you Green-White Sacrifice at the top 4 of SPDC 3402. Unfortunately, we had several players drop in round 2, so that led me to getting a bye in round 3. This hand is terrible. So we're going to mulligan. Our opponent did too. This is a little bit better. It's kind of slow, but we'll keep. Shout out to Free AK, our opponent here. And I think this one we want to keep. I mean, if we go to get a forest, turn 1, turn 2, we can play a plains and a free blade. Hopefully draw out any removal so that by the time we play the captive, he'll be safe. We've got our own version of removal here, plus an Oromancer to get it back. Let's go forward with that game plan. There's a good chance that our opponents know what our deck is like at this point in the tournament. All of our matches did go pretty long. We were always the last one to finish. So there's a chance that our opponents have seen us play. That's alright. We didn't use all of our tricks every game. At this point, I'm thinking I may want to go ahead and play a free blade so that next turn I can play a choking restraints on him and get him renowned. My alternative could be to play a captive, and next turn I could play 2 free blades, which is appealing. But I like the idea of trying to get the free blade down and get him to a 3 power as quick as possible. So I think I'm going to try that line. Go ahead and pass the turn and see what kind of shenanigans our opponent can come up to. At this point, we might actually kind of welcome them playing a creature, because that means they don't have a removal spell. However, them tapping the Thermo Alchemist is never a good sign. Yep. But at this point, I'm kind of glad they didn't use that on the captive. We are running like 20-something creatures, so we do have extra creatures. Go ahead and play the wilds here. Okay, we have 2 plains for the restraints. He makes a green mana, so we can use him for the 2nd green mana for the transform. I guess it doesn't really matter what we get here. Awesome. Next turn we can play our 4th land and one of the spells in our hand. At this point, part of me wants to play the choking restraints, so I will be able to exile that guy as soon as possible. Because that Thermo Alchemist is going to get pretty annoying. Also, if I cast the restraints on him, I might be able to go ahead and attack. Well, it's a good thing the Thermo Alchemist has Defender. At least he won't be able to attack me. Guess that would make him a little overpowered. Definitely is now I definitely want to put a choking restraints on him now, since I drew my 5th land. Next turn I can just exile him. Hopefully get in for some damage this turn and get him my free blade renowned. otherwise, I might have to go on the slow plan. And the slow plan is to eventually flip a captive and just swing in for chunks of 4. Exile his creature and using the Auramancer to get it back and play on any other troublesome creature he plays. Although, I believe he may either have pump spells or creatures in his hand now. Normally the Freeblade's a big target for removal. I wonder what he's going to discard here. Skyline Cascade. Right? Yes. Okay. And he plays another one. Definitely going to exile that guy. Okay, that one's gone. Next turn, we can play a captive and a choking restraint. If we draw an extra land, that's 2, 4, 5. It'll bring us up to 6. If we get an extra land, we can go restraint into Auramancer, getting back the other restraint. Things are looking pretty good. He's got a Niblis of Dusk. Okay. Let's see. I don't want him to know I have an extra choking restraint, so I'm really thinking about just Auramancer, getting back the restraint, and then playing that. Since I have the extra one, I'll play it on the Niblisk, and I can attack in with the Free Blade, not have to worry about the Alchemist blocking and killing me. He might still have a Fiery Impulse, though. That's fine, he won't be able to swing for massive chunks of damage. I think I like that. One of these days we'll get to an Uvenwald captive. However, with them playing Fiery Impulses, I really don't mind waiting. I don't want him to die before I can flip him. Thankfully, they didn't have another Fiery Impulse. It's pretty good for us. Although that Alchemist is still going to get in several points of damage before we can take care of him. Clutch of Currents. Okay. That's interesting. Gonna try to get in for an extra no, he had to tap out to do it. That's fine. Tap 1, 2, 3. I'll have 3 mana left over. 1, 2, 3. I really want to punish him for that by casting the Angelic Purge. I'll still have 5 mana, so I can activate a restraint. And I'll be able to play one other thing. Probably the Free Blade, so on the following turn I can use another restraint in the captive. Makes sense. Sacrifice a plane because we have extras. Bye-bye, Mr. Land. Get a captive. Fortunately, that's just one extra turn further away we are from transforming. We already know that he doesn't have the removal spell, otherwise he would have used it on the free blade. We did stop him from casting future Clutch of Currents. If we draw an extra land, we might be able to transform. Instead, we draw a Vessel, which can be good here. Let's see. I think it's best to try to get both of these down. Vessel and the free blade. I think that's going to be better than spending 5 mana to get 2 1/1 tokens. Still have 2 mana left over, but can't really do anything with it. We only have 1 card left in hand. 2 now. So a maximum, they should be able to give their guys plus, well, minimum +2 toughness. So that'd be 3, leading to not profitable blocks across the board. So who's going to be thrown under the bus? I think it's you. I think it's going to have to be both of them. If they pull out a double strike with +1/+1, that can be 8 damage right there by itself. I can't afford to take 8 damage right now. Might have to put the choking restraints on one of those creatures. Rush of Adrenaline. And Trample. So I'll end up taking 3 from the trample damage. And unfortunately one of them will live. But that's going to be the one that I put the restraints on. Okay, we have enough mana to crack a Vessel afterwards. Although I feel like the Thermo Alchemist is probably going to cinch the game for them. Shout out to Free AK, running the blue-red prowess. Got a lot of good tools after rotation for that deck. Okay, at the end of the turn, we'll go ahead and pop that. We're kind of lucky that they're stuck on 5 mana there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. I guess we'll just have to wait to flip. However, if they draw a 3 damage spell, that's pretty much game. Because that combined with Thermo Alchemist will be able to do 5. Okay. Slip through space. It's an extra damage. don't think there's anything else that can save us. Okay. Sinking feeling, they have a fiery impulse. So if I sacrifice their creature here with choking restraints, it'll pop me with an impulse. If I try to transform, it'll pop me with an impulse. So I guess there's no chance in trying to wait. He either has it or he doesn't. Cool. Do I have a restraint in the yard? No. There has to be a way I can get one of these in the yard first. It'll be 5 mana, and then I'll have... That's 3. No, I'll have to sacrifice one of these and cast the Auramancer. And no, I can't cast the Auramancer and the Pacifism. I need to pacify the flyer, put one of them in the yard. I won't have anything left over after that. And that sucks. Can't risk him having another trample. Does that fly? Yeah. Exile the flyer. Wait. No, I can't do that. Oh no, I don't have enough planes. Oh no. Wow. Okay. I have to pacify that one. Looking in my graveyard, I can get back a vessel. That doesn't help me get rid of this guy. Okay, looks like I have to attack and go fetch another plains. Should have probably attacked with the flyers also, but for some reason, I'm really afraid of haste. Oh, this is intense. All he has to do now is draw any sorcery or instant and he wins. Let's see if he's got it. Yep. And that's a good game. Let's move on to sideboarding. He doesn't have exile stuff, so Pulse of Marasa is nice. He does have flyers, so spiders are good. I like having exile stuff instead of pacifisms. Okay. Let's take out a mantle. Slayer. And what else? I think we're going to take out the True Faith sensor here. They are packing a lot of removal, and I don't want to spend my time equipping something just to have my creature die. too much tempo loss. Let's go ahead and go first. Definitely a mulligan. That one's looking better. We get a purge. Let's keep that on top. The blue-red prowess deck generally runs very few creatures. 12 or 16, I'd say. I haven't really looked over any of the new prowess creatures, so I don't know if they got more. If they did, then I might be way off. There's no way to tell until after the tournament when they actually publish all the lists. But at least we can get in here for 1 point of damage and hopefully speed up and ramp a little bit. Next turn we should be able to play an Inspector, as well as cracking a clue, searching for more land. Got a little prowess guy to join us. Should be able to attack. Alright, got a land. Play our Inspector to match our other. And attack. Wonder if he's going to be able to get a mountain. I mean, it's great for the video. It's more interactive. But for me personally, that's kind of a bad thing. Because now fire should start raining down from the heavens and destroying my creatures. See? He has a new respect for the werewolf, though, after seeing one flip. People always forget that that guy is pretty good in the late game. If that's okay, we definitely have a spider here. Go in for 2. Spider's a little bit more vulnerable to a bounce spell, but I think it's a little bit better to have butts on the ground, or boots on the ground, either way you want to say it. Fortunately, that land means we can't block, and they're getting a little bit closer towards an awakened bounce spell. But the rest of our hand is slow and reactive, so we can either try to go for the vessel or choking restraints that guy. Kind of like the restraints a little better. Going for the double strike early doesn't bode well. However, that might mean that they only have one creature. In which case, we should go ahead and stop them from attacking. And try and catch up damage-wise. I mean, we have a clue here that we can sacrifice for our Angelic Purge so that hopefully we don't lose tempo by sacrificing a land. It was pretty brutal in match 2 today whenever the person sideboarded in land destruction. I definitely wasn't expecting that. Again, at this point, I'm really scared about them comboing out and getting a double strike kill. So we're going to go ahead and purge here, sacrificing our token. Makes me sad, especially since we drew a Bloodbriar, but we do have an extra Thraben and Vessels for more sacrifice value. Life totals are kind of close. I wonder if he's just sandbagging all the creatures. Playing Take Inventory leads me to believe that that's not the case. And maybe we can get lucky and they're unable to get a win condition. Or at least one that sticks. Awesome. We can play a Bloodbriar and slap down an Evolving Wild to protect them. Next turn we can play the Inspector, keep the Evolving Wild up in case, just in case, to protect sacrifice the clue, and if they try to fire impulse in response, then we can turn around and bam, sacrifice the evolving wilds. It's a little complicated, but hopefully our Bloodbriar will survive. That's our main win condition right there. We can do a little bit of gymnastics to do a lot of damage, but we really want a Bloodbriar to stick. And at this point, if he even uses 2 removal spells to get rid of it, I think that would be a good trade. Fortunately, it didn't have to come down to that. Okay. Makes me sad we showed the Bloodbriar, but maybe that's the one thing that would have made him quit. The only thing. That's fine, though. Vessels. Vessels don't do very well because they have trample. Yeah. I think we're going to take these out, especially going to be on the draw. If he lays down a lot of creatures and then it has the fiery impulses to back him up, we'd be backed into a corner. We'll go a little bit defensive since we're on the draw, taking those vessels out and putting in pacifisms. Those do better versus a trample creature. Okay. Our opponent, I didn't notice this, but they had 61 cards in their deck. Okay, they play first and they keep. We're on the draw. Really hate this. Gonna keep. We have a purge. If we get a green mana, we can go into a captive. If not, we can find it with a warped landscape. We have a turn 2 free blade to punish them if they stumble on lands. I'm gonna really try to keep this and believe in the heart of the cards. Here we go. They've got a slow start with a wild. It's awesome. I really don't think the blue-red prowess runs any 1-drops. Okay, change of plans. Turn 1, we're getting a forest. Okay, this way we should have untapped land on turn 2 and turn 3. We can drop a free blade into a captive. Turn 4 we'll have 4 mana. Okay. Don't like that guy, but we have a plan. At this point, I kind of want to play the captive. If he survives, on turn 3 we can drop a captive and a free blade and be ahead on mana. Be really nice. Or hopefully he can draw out some removal. And then next turn we'll play the free blade on schedule. Sounds good. Be nice if we can get our creatures to stick. Otherwise, we do have Pulse and Marasa. Buy us some time and get anything back. Tense moment of silence where we see if our opponent is casting a creature or a spell. Ooh, that's a new one. Take a second here. Okay. Interesting. Prowess. +1, -1. Okay. That means he didn't have a removal spell. It's kinda safe to go forward with creatures, I guess. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. Next turn we'll have 5. If we play that, 6 mana. Yes. We might be able to purge and restraint. We'll see. Definitely go through with playing 2 creatures this turn. Fortunately, I don't think we're going to be able to block anything at this point in the game. He has 4 cards in his hand. The likelihood that they have an instant is pretty high. So I'd rather take damage to the face than have them than lose any of my board presence. Unfortunately, I won't be able to use that guy, but I can play the land. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana. I have a choking restraints here. Double choking restraints. In that case, we're going to go all willy-nilly. I have 2 mana left over. Sadly, can't do multiple things. It's okay. I really don't like this guy. He has the potential to get really big. Don't want any of my creatures to die, so I'm not going to attack. Next turn, I can go ahead with the and restrain the flyer. Should have 3 mana left over. Don't know what I'm going to do with that. On a side note, I have 6 mana. Pardon me. So if I draw a land, I should be able to transform one of my wolves. And that'll start a chain reaction. Okay, can't be blocked. 5 on the table so far. Let's see if he's got other damage. I mean, he can give it +1. Double strike. Deal 13 total. Put me at 7. Be really bad. Just gonna inventory here. Yield. I don't have any instants that rely on my opponent's toughness, so I don't need to pause at every single prowess trigger. Okay, 8 total. Still about half my life. Pulse. That's nice. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, so if I pulse the wild, kind of want to do that on my turn so that I can play the land, since I don't have one in my hand. 3 mana left over, I can go ahead and restrain. Okay, let's do that. I have to keep 1 plains open for my choking restraint. Go get another forest, so that next turn I can start transforming. Restrain the flyer that I can't block. And attack for 2 with vigilance, making it a 3/3. Now we just have to keep dodging instants and sorceries. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think now is the time. Conversely, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and have 3 mana left over. Yeah. We're going to start doing that. Get that guy out of here. get the other enchantment back. Leave that guy back for defense. That way next turn we can play a Restraint and kill the Niblis. Tormenting Voice, and he's going to discard an island. I'll go ahead and F6. Can't really do much myself. At this point, I think he's trying to build a combo kill. I mean, the Pulse of Marasa put me almost back up to my starting life, which was really helpful. However, it looks like he's just trying to race. Very interesting. That's 6 mana. 5, 6. I'll have 2 left over. I can play another wolf. I think I'm going to end up putting a Choking Restraint on one. Purge on this one. And playing a wolf. I definitely want to purge the one with the higher power, because that gives more... It's easier for him to one-hit kill me with double strike and trample. Swinging in for 5. Keep up this race. Hopefully we can start putting in extra pressure. And by that I mean werewolves. Alright. Unfortunately, that kind of leaves us vulnerable to a bounce spell. It's a lot of mana to play a werewolf and then transform them. But we do have others. And a Bloodbriar. That's interesting. I like that. 1, 2, 3. I can also play a Thraben Inspector. We can sack the land or the clue to make the Bloodbriar bigger. Nice. Let's keep attacking. Put them on the back foot. Gotta block one of them. Otherwise you take 7. Looks like we might be able to win this game. There's the double strike. Okay. So he takes down our free blade. Okay. We're going to go ahead and wait. That way we have a couple of extra blockers just in case. Alright. We were able to pull that one through. Thanks everyone for watching. That means we have the finals coming up. Hope to see you there, and don't forget to like and subscribe.